Yes, the rangi ya urafiki is a new brand, and I'm sure the ambassador will speak to it a little bit, but it's something that we want to showcase. It's rangi ya urafiki, yani colors of friendship, and friendship can cut across those colors, and we are developing that cultural diplomacy using it so that we have friends across the board. The German National Day is a day of unification, and they are celebrating their 35th year, I think. And Germany has been a great partner to Kenya, and especially in the education sector. You may or may know that Germany was the very first country that recognized Kenya once we received our independence. And we've been having that relationship with them since that time to date. I think we are doing our 62nd or 63rd year of that relationship. As I said, they've given us a lot of support in the areas of education, especially in the areas of TVET. We are working with them not only in ensuring that we get equipment, for example, from Germany, but also capacity building and provisions with respect to policy. For instance, we work with some of the agencies like GIZ, where we've developed, for example, the dual training policy for our TVET institutions. And because of that support and because of that relationship, we've been able to link some of our institutions to 1,500 industries, and so that as we train our students, they get that industry linkage so that by the time they are coming out, they are skilled and they are labor ready. And that is under the TVET sector. In the higher education sector, we have MOUs and partnerships between our universities and the universities in Germany, predominantly Nairobi University, Mount Kenya University, KU, and many others, in which we deal with many aspects, and under their programs relating to DAAD, we have PhD scholarships where our students are actually studying in Germany with the support of Germany and our government as well. So we've had a progressive and productive relationship. You know, there's the Goethe Institute and those programs that promote culture and the language. And what we are doing now as we work together is to find out what is it that we can do in terms of the labor partnership agreement that was signed, which areas do the German people require labor so that we can train our students here for that market. In fact, we were just talking with the ambassador here today. They need a lot of drivers, for example. So we are trying to work out how do we, for example, bring the required buses here so that as the students or our trainees learn the language, they can actually do the driving skills here so that when they go to Germany, they don't need to be retrained. They are able to enter the job market or the market immediately without the requirement of retraining. So this is a partnership that is productive and is useful for both nations. Yeah, to the Germans living in Kenya, I want to congratulate you for this day and to tell you that the unification that has been shown, the resilience that has been shown, the democracy that has been shown, it is something that worth emulating, and we are happy to work with them, to host them, to learn from each other, and we continue together as one people in one world. Thank you.
Yeah, no, what the day means for me, or for every German, I think, remembering 89 is really the joy of the people when they jumped on the wall and starting to crack it down like peacocks, and it went on for days and days, and this feeling of jubilation and liberation also for our people in the eastern part of the Germany who were under a sort of socialist communist dictatorship, one-party dictatorship, and it was not only the unification of Germany, it was the reunification of Europe also, because a lot of Eastern European states that were part of the Soviet Union became independent later and then joined the European Union, joined NATO and joined the United Nations as independent nation states. So it has a very deep historical meaning also for us, and also that history is full of surprises and also can bring very positive things. Celebrating this day here in Nairobi for me is also a day of joy. It's the 3rd of October that I celebrate here. The circle of friends is getting bigger every time. And I really enjoy it being here. This time we chose the subject of TVET and cultural cooperation and cooperation in education and science, because we feel that this is a very important bond between the two countries for the last 60 years now. And last year we signed the labor migration agreement with the aim to bring more young Kenyans also to Germany, and we see as big interest in Kenya, in the German language, but also in working and making a living in Germany. And we as an embassy, with all our partners from GIZ, KfW, the Chamber of Commerce, the Goethe Institute, DAAD, are a Team Germany approach to make this happen and facilitate the movement and the migration of skilled young Kenyans to Germany. You also asked about cultural diplomacy, and I think it's a very important tool of getting to know each other better and to really make the solid foundation of a relationship, not only between the heads of state of governments or between the ministers or the members of parliament. This is also very important, of course, but a relationship has to have a foundation in its people. When the people know each other, when they know each other's country, when they visited each other's country, when they know a little bit about the language and about the culture and about the history, and all this you can bring and transport through cultural diplomacy. And I think here in Kenya there are so many opportunities. So you can go for sports diplomacy, because the Kenyans are so enthusiastic about sports, and 2 weeks ago we had a marathon watch party in Eldoret. But it's also about music. I'm a musician myself, and I make a lot of jazz music with Kenyan friends, and we play sometimes here at Shamba. We played in Mombasa, Kisumu, and it's always great to meet other Kenyan musicians, because music knows no nationalities, no boundaries. You just play together and have fun together. But it's also about literature, it's about theater, it's about the figural art, it's about sculptures, it's about painting, and we are fostering the collaboration between Kenya and Germany in all of these fields. We have over 50 university partnerships also up and running. We have research fellows that go from Kenya to Germany to make their PhD, for example. So you see there's a broad network, and I see all these fellow Kenyans also as colleagues of mine, as ambassadors for Germany, because they know what Germany is, what Germany stands for, and I hope they have a positive image and bring this image over here also to this beautiful country of Kenya.
Very nice. Maybe do you want to